Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce overwhelmed and underwhelmed. So looking at these words, we have one of the important elements to know about is where the word is stressed. So in the word overwhelmed, you want your main stress to be on the whelmed syllable. It's only 3 syllables, so even though it looks like it might be overwhelmed, like 4 syllables, all of this last part is 1 syllable, whelmed. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sounds in a row. So some of this the challenge of this word may have to do with putting all those sounds together. When the word has a stress pattern where the first syllable is not the stress syllable, you may find it helpful to practice saying that stress syllable and then adding your syllables before it. For example, in overwhelmed, you might want to say whelmed, overwhelmed, overwhelmed. That'll help you avoid the error pattern of saying overwhelmed, where you might be stressing the O too much. Now, in overwhelmed, we do have some stress on the O syllable and a clear vowel. So you want to use your clear diphthong O here. Don't go too short on it. But the primary stress in the word is not on that first syllable. So rather than overwhelmed, you want overwhelmed. Sort of short, long in that scenario. The letter R does do the sound. Anytime you see R in American English, we're going to make that tight back American R, over. And you might also find it challenging, depending on your native language, to do this word correctly because it has the V and the W sound both. So this happens in words like whenever, everyone, however. When we have both of those sounds together in the same word, you have to be careful to do the V sound with your teeth and your lips for the V and the W sound with just your lips for the W. You can get more help for all of the sounds of English in our Sounds of English course. It'll walk you through accent error patterns to watch out for, what the spelling typically is, what the sounds typically are. Check that out on speechmodification.com. So yes, overwhelmed, adding the MD as well. If this part of the word is giving you the difficulty, try just the word well. That has the red tent vowel, sounds like eh. And if it's the L part, just notice that you have to lift your tongue behind your teeth. Then add your M. Well, whelmed, whelmed. So I'm lifting my tongue to the L, closing my lips for the M, and then releasing the air for the D. We also do have a word underwhelmed. So overwhelmed is a more typically word, a more serious word. We also use the word underwhelmed somewhat humorously or figuratively to indicate we're unimpressed or something wasn't overwhelming to us. It follows the same pattern as overwhelmed in terms of the syllable stress. So the whelmed syllable is still stressed. Then we have a little bit of secondary stress on the first syllable of under. If I say over or under by itself, then the main stress is going to be on that first syllable. Over, long, short, or under, long, short. In underwhelmed, both the word under doesn't really get that much stress, so I'm going to be short on both of those syllables. Same practice, start with the whelmed syllable and then add your unstressed syllables. Whelmed, underwhelmed. Also watch out for, in these words with over and under, that you don't let that R become a schwa. So I will often hear words like understand with sounding more like understand. It's hard to notice and be tight and have that American R in that unstressed syllable. Maybe it's easier in a word like under, where we're just ending on the and when it's a short, unstressed syllable in the middle of the word, that's one of the areas where I often hear the accent error pattern of that American R not coming in. Understand, information, overwhelm, these are good examples of that. You can get more help for the American R in our American R playlist, as well as our Sounds of English course. Thank you for the request for this word. If you have a word you'd like to see me cover in our Word of the Day series, feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos. I'm working my way through the list of great suggestions from all of you, so thank you so much. And you'll see your video coming. Probably it'll be a few months before I can get to it because I'm still working on word requests from several months ago. If you want to get an answer more quickly, you can come to our Friday live question and answer classes. Put your question in the chat and I'll answer it for you live. That's every Friday at 12 o'clock Seattle time, 3 o'clock Eastern time. You can also join this channel as a channel member, and channel members can ask their questions at any time throughout the week, and I'll cover their words for them on Sundays in our members only class. That's one of the perks that we offer to channel members, so check that out by clicking the join button to see if you're interested. I look forward to seeing you again in tomorrow's class, and I hope to see you as well in our Friday live class. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, everyone. See you again soon.